Fofana. Neto. Distance. The changes that Mikel Arteta has up his sleeve. Miguel Marino's going to come on, so too is Gabriel Martinelli. We'll wait to see how this free kick pans out first. Though they will.
Batido para António Silva. Estamos ao meio do período de compensação, faltam 3 minutos para acabar. Sheldrup. Falta sobre Sheldrup. Leandro Barreiro para bater o pontapé livre. Lázaro Araújo. Frederic Alsnes. Sudakov. Tira para o outro. Falta sobre Sudakov.
Stop by Dallo, who was penalised here by Leslie Taylor. City don't like the challenge at all.
Actual sort of foot on the studs moving in towards the ball.
Initially, you need to make that area free for the goalkeeper.
Chalobah, Pedro and Fofana are probably the best three headers of all, end up nowhere near it. So that setup just hasn't worked.
Now there is a similarity with this goal to last night's goal, and it was briefly looked at by VAR, and their decision, because it is subjective, is that Gyökeres is not impacting the ability of an opponent to play the ball, Jimmy.
For me, it's offside, like yesterday.
I wonder why you say that.
No, I understand. Look, yesterday I thought it wasn't offside, and today it's the same. For me, it's not offside. It's well worth.
For Spurs, Michele says you shall not pass, and there's no foul there. The referee is going to stop the game. Certainly no free kick was given initially. Teller stayed down. Is he going to check with his assistant?
Gareth.
Arsenal's 24th goal from a set piece this season is the difference between the two teams. 7 more than any other teams in Europe's top 5 leagues, and they didn't really have to work very hard for it.
There's been some good ones. The set-piece coach certainly earns his money, but this case, so easy. You can see how they set up. They've got Chalobah, João Pedro as well, the 3 players at the back, and Fofana. They're almost on the goal line from Chelsea's perspective. And obviously the keeper's in a...
Wants the free kick, Robbie tells him to get up. The officials certainly don't think it's a foul, and Robbie's had a go back at Porro, which was ill-advised and unnecessary.
Ball for Martinelli, played by Bradley, who's fallen.
Oh, he didn't look good.
Awkwardly there.
He didn't look good. Something's gone. Just before he kicked it, it went, and then...
Martinelli was certainly not reading the room there.
No, that's so poor.
He's had his name taken.
No, I'm surprised one of the Liverpool players knocking over and had a right pop at him.
They're trying.
I think the
Al Samad también, Abdelrahman, cómo se pelea ahora por cada balón, el colegiado que quiere poner un poquito de tranquilidad, pero se lía la acción y ahora sí, ya pierden absolutamente los nervios gran parte de los protagonistas. Joao Félix está muy enfadado. Y bueno,
Se equivoca el Nasser,
con Mairasi, que es también, como ya hemos comentado, un jugador de muchísimo carácter por lo que hemos podido percibir simplemente en este partido. Bueno, encarándose ahí también a Brozovic, otro de los que tienen mucha ascendencia. Y vamos a ver cómo termina esto. Ha intentado parar el colegiado, separar ahí a los jugadores que se enzarzaban, pero ha sido muy complicado.
Todo esto para Lagri es ganar mucho tiempo y sobre todo parar el ritmo del partido para ir desesperado.
E vai sair cartão amarelo para o Banco do Benfica para este ano.
La falta sobre Joel Campbell, mientras que se prepara así una modificación, la última por parte del equipo catracho, que lo hace, creo, más para consumir el reloj que para una modificación táctica. Es Brian Acosta el elegido para entrar.
Lo para el cambio el árbitro, el técnico Reinaldo Rueda, porque hay tiro libre. Atención con el pelotazo de Alejandro Brán, el cabezazo de la defensa. Intentaba Moncada, no puede, bien el quite de Pineda. El balón queda suelto, salió Mengíbar. Saque de arco. Ay, saque de meta, la pelota rebotó el Waston. Me parece que era tiro, era saque de meta.
Y ahora Mengíbar, que también se queda tirado, le va y le dice de todo Marcelo Santos y se arma la cámara húngara.
Está caliente el partido.
Muy caliente y no es para menos. Están jugando absolutamente todo, pero esto lo tiene que considerar el árbitro. Ponga su cronómetro.
El jugador del banquillo le fue a buscar el
Yeah, not sure whether it was going to be on target, but a threatening effort. It's Chelsea with all the momentum. And it's Enzo Fernandez. Sunset. Nico Williams. Good interception by Laporte. This player's seen more of the ball than anybody on the...
Cholo con Vinicius, estaban ganando, estaba Cholo indicando, mira lo que te dice la grada. Y mira, ahí se queda Vinicius, va a Xabi Alonso.
Cartulina amarilla ahora a Vinicius. Cartulina amarilla a Vinicius.
Me parece que a Cholo también, está hablando con Valverde. Diego Simeone.
Vinicius que se marcha retirado por los asistentes de Xabi Alonso.
Y Rudiger se lo lleva. Mal partido de Vinicius,
Cartulina amarilla para Cholo Simeone.
Digo mal partido de Vinicius porque en ataque prácticamente no ha generado nada. Y sin balón ha sido un jugador pues, bastante poco aplicado, ¿no? Para mí ha hecho un partido flojísimo.
Bueno, pues cartulina amarilla para los dos. Vamos a ver lo que termina por alargar el partido, Toño. Más que Ferrer, porque en esta segunda mitad ha habido muchos parones.
Eso es, va a ser bastante por muchas razones, como bien indicas, y bueno, tendremos un poquito.
Cholo con you now have to look where they are in the league. It's not hit them too hard, really.
Oh no, not at all. I mean, listen, they've been outstanding away from home now, but also.
Here's Joe Roden deflection, and Henderson had a touch of hope and pray about it.
Yeah, he's never going to get across, was he? All does well in the forward area here, and then Roden finds himself high up the pitch. It's a real big ricochet as well. Mitchell.
What an influence he has had in this club.
position of threat for the defenders here involving Bobby Clark and Jordan James. And Leicester need to keep their heads here, try and keep their heads because they're in the ascendancy. And Derby are trying to rile them. This is just what Derby need. It's just what these home fans need. A bit of needle. improved in the second, and tempers boiling over here. It was Brobby who lashed in after being set up by Lefay for a deserved Black Cats equaliser 9 minutes from the end of the 90. And it fit.
I mean, you only have to look where they are in the league. It's not hit them too hard, really.
Oh no, not at all. I mean, listen, they're outstanding away from home now, but also.
Here's Joe Roden, deflection! And Henderson had a touch of hope and pray about it.
Yeah, he was never going to get across, was he? Forward as well, in the forward area here. And then Odom finds himself high up the pitch. Real big ricochet as well. Mitchell.
Ya está con la pelota en su poder Álvaro Carreras para Kylian Mbappé, la pone en el corazón del área, despeja nuevamente la defensa, aparece Fede Valverde, la ha jugado para Rüdiger, despeja, llega el disparo arriba por parte de Fede Valverde. 82 minutos y medio de partido, con 0-1 en el marcador del Santiago Bernabéu. Y el Madrid jugando con Militao lesionado y con 10 por expulsión de Fran García.
Este es un centrocampista, Miguel, no parece jugador con jugador por jugador, posición natural para Fran Beltrán, para darle, bueno, pues.
But Sunderland much improved in the second, and tempers boiling over here. It was Brobby who lashed in after being set up by Lefay for a deserved Black Cats equaliser 9 minutes from the end of the 90. And it fit
the ball, and he's still going here. Leg way. Well, don't think any of the players are happy. I think Andy Emmy wanted a free kick for the challenge. The Athletic players were hoping it was going to be seen as a goal kick, and in the end it's a corner.
C'est parti, le corner est bien tiré, oui, un énorme duel, y a-t-il un pied dans le visage de D'ailleurs, en tout cas D'ailleurs qui a essayé d'aller mettre la tête, on va revoir tout ça au ralenti. Oh ouais, le pied de Nico Gonzalez, c'est ultra dangereux. Ah, je sais pas, ça me semble quand même compliqué de donner penalty là-dessus, mais ça, en tout cas, c'est dangereux de la part de Nico Gonzalez, je pense pas que ce soit très bien défendu de sa part. Seul, s'il était touché. Potentiel penalty checké, c'est ça qui est à.
They've caught the arm of Ngapié. The referee has decided that it was a push instead by Corey. That's only going to spark more words and fury from the big, tall Slavia Prague forward. VAR just going to have a quick look to see where.